Hey guys, welcome to my channel where we discuss pop culture, nostalgia, food, and so much more. In today's episode, we are going to be discussing food, most importantly, breakfast food. The level of creativity of snack commercials in the 2000s are never as talked about as it should be. There was a time where many of the commercials were story-driven. Short 15-20 second plots, but yet it was so captivating to me as a kid. So today I decided to rank some of my favorite snack commercials, specifically cereals. So we got S for superior, A for good, B for simple, C for average, and D for I don't care. Without further ado, let's get started. Here I go, I am cinnamon. The Applejack cereal brand has gone through some interesting advertisement with the mascots Bad Apple, a competitive sabotaging apple, and laid-back Jamaican cinnamon. Introduced in 2004, the brand had 3 stages on how they advertised the cereal with the mascots. 1, Cinnamon was upstaging Apple by getting to the bowl first, and Apple would always try to sabotage Cinnamon from getting to the bowl first. And let me tell you, some were not pleased that something as healthy as an apple was portrayed as a villain, so that was dropped. Then there was friendly competition between Bad Apple and Cinnamon. They were still racing, but at least Apple refrained from his sabotaging ways. And finally, they were fused together. Not on purpose, but at least they got to the bowl together. I gotta say, I really like the race to the bowl goal. I mean, I think they did a really good job having the same goal, but with different concepts. This is an A. Just follow your nose for the fruity taste that shows. Toucan Sam has been Froot Loops mascot since the cereal's debut in 1963. The Froot Loops brand commercials are usually adventure-based, where Uncle Toucan, along with his 3 nephews, search for the treasured Froot Loops that are usually being guarded by a scary villain, but are beaten in a matter of seconds. But at the end, the Froot Loops are shared amongst the birds and the villain. These commercials did a really good job with the whole journey trope. I mean, the world building is amazing, the villains are cool, and we even get a little action. Even debuting the limited editions were easy because it's seen as rare treasure. No question about it, this is definitely a 10-10. This is going in S tier. Side note, what was up with the uncle and nephews pairing back then? Sunny the Cuckoo Bird was introduced in 1962 to the Cocoa Puffs brand. This bird is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I gotta say, this is one of the quirkiest commercials. I mean, this bird cannot escape chocolate no matter what. It's low-key sad. He tries everything. He tries putting it in the safe, but it turns into chocolate. He tries running away by going in a taxi, but the taxi turns into Cocoa Puffs. And then he tries escaping in a plane, but that doesn't work either. As a big chocolate fan, this was one of my favorite cereals to eat growing up. And in a way, I can kinda understand Sunny. I mean, the milk turned into chocolate. The milk, and I love chocolate milk. I mean, it's just getting points for just being true to its commercial. These are the most memorable commercials to me, and for that, I'm giving it an A. They're great! Probably one of, if not the most iconic breakfast mascot is Tony the Tiger. Debuting in 1952, he has been portrayed as an encouraging coach to both kids and adults. These types of commercials were more live action that had a very cheerful and motivating message of not giving up. Even though the commercials were more sports related, even if you weren't into sports, you can find the messages very uplifting. You guys want to be like motivated or encouraged? I suggest you watch one of the Frosted Flakes commercials. You know, it just goes to show you that not everything has to be silly, and sometimes we just need a hopeful message, and I think that's what Frosted Flakes represents. I can see why it's one of the best-selling cereals in the country. This is definitely going in S tier. They are magically delicious. Lucky Charms, one of America's favorite brands with another iconic mascot, Lucky. Created in 1963. As its tagline says, the cereal is represented as magical, more specifically its marshmallows, which are icons of different charms such as horseshoes, hourglasses, clovers, and more. The advertisement is fairly simple. Kids want Lucky Charms, but Leprechaun doesn't want to share, so he uses his marshmallow powers to get away, but it seems it is used to his disadvantage, and that would basically be the same format. Kids want Lucky Charms, Leprechaun says, I think not. He uses his magic and magic works, but not in his favor, and that's basically it. It's a very simple concept, and because of that, I'm gonna give it a B. Not gonna lie, I actually forgot this cereal existed. The Cookie Crisp brand has gone through a few mascot changes, from a wizard to a cop and crook to a dog, until it settled into a wolf. A thieving wolf who likes to steal cereals from kids. He'll do anything in his power to get the cookie cereal. His go-to was making crazy inventions. He gets points deducted for stealing, and because it's another simple concept, I'm gonna be putting it at B. Nobody can say no to Honey Nut Cheerios, especially being one of the most popular cereals in America. Buzz Bee is the Honey Nut Cheerios mascot. Fun fact, a 5th grader from Texas named the mascot after winning a national contest, so I think that is cool. In some commercials, at least the ones that I remember, Buzz was always portrayed as a superhero. The storyline would go, Buzz is enjoying his cereal with his friends when suddenly a villain steals the cereal. Buzz goes after the villain and uses his hive scepter to blast Honey and save the day. Superhero trope. Good concept, but fairly average. I'm going to be placing this in C. Silly Rabbit, tricks are for kids. Now, granted, we never really had this trick cereal in the house as much as we had the yogurt, but that's a topic for another video. Silly Rabbit made his debut in 1955. His main purpose is to trick kids into giving him the trick cereal. You get it? Tricks. He's a trickster. Just like its tagline, the commercials focuses on Rabbit's obsession with trick cereal and how he always attempts to steal it, but fails, and which the kids resort to saying, Silly Rabbit, tricks are for kids. First off, I love the wordplay. Him being a trickster whilst the cereal being named Tricks, that's really cool. I even like all his disguises he wears to trick the kids, and I think it's pretty silly that it only takes seeing his ears where they finally recognize him. I really dig this concept a lot, so I'm gonna give this an A. The most horrifying cereal commercial, hands down, has to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's talk about the face of the brand, which are the cereal themselves. They remind me of the Minions when being portrayed in commercial. Multiple creatures, unintelligible talking, and all shaped the same. Now, I don't think the Minions themselves are horrifying. No. I think the cinnamon people are horrifying. Why, you may ask? Well, they were eating each other. Yeah, seriously. Sometimes even eating themselves. I guess the taste is so irresistible that one must eat one another in order to be satisfied. Yeah, these types of commercials are pretty out of pocket for my taste. I'm gonna be placing this in the D category. Reeses Puff, the peanut butter chocolate flavored cereal that had the infamous rap jingle created by songwriter Kevin Miles. He has to have said in an interview with Ad Age in February 2022 that the Reeses Puff brand wanted to make the kids, not the cereal, the hero by focusing on the insight that teenagers feel like that they have zero control in their lives, convincing kids that if they would pour themselves a bowl of Reeses Puff, nothing but good things would happen. The result was the perfect breakfast cereal. Basically, if you pour yourself a bowl of Reeses Puffs, all your wishes would come true, like going to school in a limousine or having a concert at home. It's a cute concept, but honestly, this is only getting a higher ranking because of the song. Reeses Puffs, peanut butter chocolate flavor. No doubt about it, this is going in the S tier. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment below your favorite cereals. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!